have all seen it in the headlines and even within our own families. Innocent children being caught in the crossfire of a bitter custody battle. Take a look at some of the most notable cases that have fought it out in the public eye.
It ended with an image that gripped the country. The anguish and tears of a little girl being taken from the only family she knew.
I just looked at her and she screamed.
She's going to Iowa and she's going to her parents.
Pamela Anderson and ex-husband Tommy Lee battled it out in a Los Angeles court. The actress filed papers asking for full custody of the couple's 2 young sons.
Court papers indicated that she asked for their daughter Ireland to have her own phone installed in her room so that Kim wouldn't have to talk to Alec when he called.
I mean, what kind of a father would do this?
Everybody, room back, please.
They've told me that I have to have supervised visitation.
This is not how you treat children. This is not how you treat mothers.
You just saw model Bridget Marks, who is in the midst of a high-profile New York custody battle. She is here today, and she'll share with us later how she is fighting for her life after the court ordered her to turn over her 4-year-old twin girls to their biological father. But first, I want you to meet Heidi and Will, a divorced couple who have been battling over their 3 children for months. Now, Heidi wants them to pack up and move to Alaska. Will says, "I'll see you in court."
I don't feel at all guilty taking the children to Alaska. I feel blessed that we have such a wonderful place to go with my new husband.
Heidi taking the children to Alaska disgusts me. She is using the children and taking their father away from them to get back at me. When I was married with Heidi, I did have an affair with Jennifer.
I was pretty disgusted. I took everything out of the closet and put it into garbage bags and piled it at the top of the stairs. I asked him to please not sleep with her in front of the children because he lived in a 1-bedroom apartment.
When I think of not seeing my children, not being able to see them grow up, it kills me.
There has been so much bad behavior this last year. He would call me an idiot. He would tell me I did things wrong that were around the house, and he would criticize me in front of the children. Will has asked the children to lie. Riley announced that this neighbor had molested Connor. I said, "Connor, is this true?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Did Daddy ask you to say that?" And he said, "Yes."
I believe that there's nothing I've done as a father that was wrong to the point of having my children taken away.
After a weekend with Dad, Riley told me that Daddy had read my journal and taken pictures of it. He had to wonder why Dad would do such a thing.
The reason why is because I suspected that she was going to attempt to take the children to Alaska.
I have begun to pack.
I would never take the children away from Heidi.
They miss being in Alaska.
I know the living conditions in Alaska are bad. Problems with the plumbing, no hot water, garbage in the yard.
I think that the children will adjust to being farther away from their father.
I just don't understand why she has the right to take my children 3,000 miles away. I'm a good dad. DrPhil, I don't want my ex-wife to take my children out of my life. I need your help. I love my children.
DrPhil, please help me deal with my children's emotional needs and help my ex-husband adjust to my decision.
You have 3 children.
Correct.
Correct?
Yes.
And they're 7, 5, and 3?
Yes.
All right. Now, tell me why you want to move to Alaska to begin with.
I want to move to Alaska because that's where my fiancé lives. And we just got back from a wonderful visit there for 5 weeks where they got used to the town that I want to take them to. And I can be a stay-at-home mom in that situation.
Okay, now, in the tape piece, you said your husband. Are you already married to this person?
No, we had some court paper problems and weren't able to get married yet.
And you clearly object to this?
The marriage or taking the children to Alaska?
Taking the children to Alaska.
Absolutely.
And the problem with taking the children is geography. It's a 64-hour drive. I looked it up to Alaska.
Speeding.
And it's $4,000 to bring the children here 3 times a year. Does it concern you that you're taking the children essentially out of their father's life?
I think we have a good plan for visitation, and it's 5 times a year. And I think there's good reason for the stability in the home in Alaska to be better than than what's going on between us right now.
I have reviewed all of your behaviors that you've reported to us. I find the conduct on both of your parts very disturbing. And I don't think either one of you are going to like what I have to say unless you truly have the children's best interest at heart. Because I want to be the voice of the children. These children are 7 and 5 and 3, and they don't have a voice. They don't have the ability to tell you what they think, either one of you. Do you think that your conduct in this situation has been exemplary?
It hasn't been perfect. It's been very hard on me. But very early on, I made a decision not to say anything bad about their father.
That has not been the case.
All right, and why do you say that?
Because of voice recordings for comments that Riley's made to me about comments that she's made, statements such as, the reason why I got my car repossessed is because Daddy was spending money on attorneys.
Do you think the children are better off without him in their lives?
No, I think that he should play a role in their lives as their father.
And you recognize that if you behave in such a way as to alienate their father from them from their father, if you hear not another word I say, hear this, they will resent you for it.
I don't want to alienate
The day will
them from their
come,
father.
the day will come when they will say, you ran your own agenda and it cost us our father. If you alienate them from their mother, if you paint her with a negative brush, if you cause them to think she is a bad person, that she is not good in their lives, the day will come when they will look at you and say, you took our mother away from us and we resent you for it.
Correct.
Do you understand that?
Absolutely.
Because right now, I think you guys are caught in a bunch of right fighting here. And it's all about getting the upper hand.
Dr. Phil, I have pictures of us as a family on the refrigerator right now and throughout the house, and I do not want to alienate them from their father. I have softened things that have gone on over there and explained why he can't come, that he's working hard if he can't make it to a visitation. I have not.
And then she doesn't make up the time.
Did you cause stay-away papers to be served on him while he was with the children?
Correct.
I'm talking to her.
Sorry.
Yes.
Did you do that?
Yes.
All right.
His reaction
Did
to
you
that
tell
was
the
his
children
choice.
that he was spending monies on lawyers and that's why there was a car
No.
problem? You didn't say that? All right. Did you load all of his clothes up in a trash bag in front of the children and make a scene when you were telling him to leave?
Dr. Phil, he had denied for a whole year that he was having a relationship with someone else. He told me to get my email off of the computer. That is when I found the emails that he'd been having for over a year. At that time, I was not making rational decisions.
Would that
and
be a
yes, I
yes?
asked him to please take the children out of the house.
Would that be a yes? You said you did load all of his clothes up in front of the children and make a scene in kicking him out?
Yes, I did.
That would be a yes. Did you change the locks in front of the children, say we're going to lock Daddy out of the house?
No.
Didn't do that.
I changed the locks. The children were not aware of what was going on.
They
were in a
weren't there
neighbor's
when the
house.
locksmith
They were in a
was there
neighbor's house.
and going through all that?
No.
So how about you? Have you played this game on the up and up?
The best I can. Obviously, this is a very passionate situation, and I feel that I've been in a position to have to respond to comments that the children have made to me regarding what she stated.
Are you being honest with yourself here? Listen, I don't care whether you guys like me or whether you don't. What I care is that you take an honest look at yourself about what you're doing to impact these children. You know, if both of you walked out of here and said, you know, he's right, we need to raise our game to a higher level. If we're going to fight, we need to do it privately. We need to not put these kids in the middle. That would be a good thing.
The plane ticket money is going to vanish. I'm not going to be able to afford the plane ticket to Alaska. She's not going to be able to afford the plane ticket, and then I won't see him.
If he put the alimony in a travel account, he would have his half of the travel expenses.
We're talking about vicious custody battles and the lasting scars they can leave on the children involved. Now, Heidi is fighting for the right to move her kids to Alaska, while Will claims that she's just doing it for revenge. Now, did you physically push a neighbor in front of your son?
I bumped into the neighbor trying to get out from where she had cornered me against my car.
Have you called your wife a bitch and stupid and an effing idiot throughout the marriage in front of your kids?
Yes.
You have done that?
Correct.
Did you break into her house when you had no right to be there in front of your son?
I had a right to be there, and
That's why you didn't have a key?
She changed the locks, and I went to pick up the children to have them for a week's visit, and Connor wanted his bicycle and some other toys, and I went to get in the house, and it was locked. And my attorney said that I still had rights to that property.
Did you squirt water in your wife's face in the
No, I
car
did
and
not.
yell at her? You didn't do that?
No, I did not.
You disagree with that, right?
Correct. I didn't squirt water in her face.
lie.
It's not a lie.
Right through the suburban window. That is a lie.
That's
Will.
not true.
Have you slept with your girlfriend in front of the children and in a way that they know what's going on?
In a bedroom,
It's a
yes.
one-bedroom house.
The children stayed in the big room, and we had the bedroom.
They used to sleep in the bedroom with you and Jennifer.
That's not true. That's not
Did you
true.
read a friend excerpts from her journal over the cell phone in front of your son?
Yes, I did.
What are you thinking when you do that?
I'm desperate. I'm seeing my children being taken away from me.
Did you force your kids to lie about being sexually molested?
Absolutely not. That is so far off the chart, it's not even funny.
All right, you asked me before whether or not there was something I could do to help you with your children's emotional needs at this time. I've just done a book called Family First, and I devoted a whole chapter to transitioning out of divorce and single parenting, and there is a whole set of needs that these children have. The number one thing they need is a sense of acceptance. If mom and dad are fighting, if mom and dad are divorcing, if mom and dad are at each other, they personalize it. They think, well, if we didn't make so much noise, if we didn't need shoes, if we didn't need this, if we didn't need that, they tend to personalize that.
That's occurring.
And they need acceptance. They need to know that they are important and that they're a priority. They need assurance of safety. They need to know that their world is predictable and that it's not going to change on them. They have to have freedom of guilt. They will blame themselves for this divorce. They will see you cry and blame themselves for that. They need structure more than any other time in their lives. This is when things seem to be falling apart for them. And they need parents that show strength and stability. And kids need to be allowed to be kids. They don't need to be dealing with these adult issues. They know too much about what's going on here.
Yes, they do.
I don't know whether you're going to have the right to move those kids or not, but I'll tell you this, the court can give you the right to move the kids, but they cannot take away the responsibility for putting them first. Is it in the children's best interest to move to Alaska, or is that what you want to do and they're just passengers?
I think it's in the children's best interest to move to
Okay,
Alaska.
why is that? It's 149 miles from the nearest hospital. The average temperature in January is -11, and they're almost 3,000 miles away from their dad. How is that in their best interest? Is it because he is so toxic that you need to get him away from him? And I'm not saying that's not true, I'm just asking you.
No, it's because of what I want to move them to. I have family up there. I have 2 uncles up there. I have no family in California. David is up there. We are ready to get married.
And this is David, right?
Yes.
Hi. Aren't you glad you came to LA today? Have you thought about just moving here and allowing these children to stay near and around? You guys were friends for 15 years, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Are you friends now?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Correct.
Okay, y'all.
I still view him as a friend, but and hopefully that will come around.
All right, but have you considered moving here?
I have, yes, but I do have my 2 daughters up there, and
So you have ties there. Do you feel that the situation is stable enough to make this decision right now?
I think it would help stabilize the situation.
Do you know what the divorce rate in America is?
High.
50%, according to some people.
That's sad.
Do you know what the divorce rate is for subsequent marriages?
No.
63%.
What about a 4th marriage?
You've been married 3 times?
I have.
So this will be the 4th. So if the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior, statistically and based on history, you would have to predict that this may not be a long-term union. What's it going to do to you if those children load up and head for Alaska?
I can't put words to it.
Try.
And my heart's going to be torn out. I have done nothing, and my kids are being taken away from me.
You also moved on during the marriage
We
and left us.
agreed after the separation, for the best interest of the children, is to have her stay at home to keep everything the same.
And I will be staying at home.
Is this vindictiveness on your part? You interrupted him and said, you moved on in the marriage. You had an affair. You betrayed me. You betrayed our children. I mean, when he had an affair, that certainly happened. No question about that. Is this anger and bitterness on your part to punish him by taking these children away, as opposed to it being in the children's best interest?
It's absolutely not vindictive. I believe it's in their best interest.
Well,
I was also
the mediator
pointing out
didn't.
that you left. The mediator gave me permission to move.
Because I have allowed you to be a stay-at-home mom for the children, and that's supposedly not going to be
You
changing.
just moved into a 2-bedroom house, right?
Correct.
You have a bedroom with Jennifer, and Jennifer's 2 children have a bedroom. Riley told me that the children's bedroom is off limits to him. He sleeps on the floor in the living room. Is that correct?
No, that's not correct.
All the kids are welcome in the kids'
Then
bedroom.
Riley misunderstood.
Okay, and this is your girlfriend Jennifer, with whom you had the affair while you were married to Heidi, correct?
Correct.
All right. And are you married to her now?
No, not as of yet.
Do you plan to?
Yes.
Listen, I understand you don't want those children to go. And I got to tell you, if I said I wasn't the judge, if I was the judge, I would order both of you into postmarital counseling. I would order both of you into a situation where you had to create a parenting plan, a plan where you could resolve your differences, finish your emotional business so you could see clearly what was in the best interest of these children. That's what I would do if I was the judge. I think you need professional help to create a new relationship. And if you'll agree to do it, I will arrange for it. I will pay for it. I will create it in your town for you to do this, if you will do that before you pull the trigger on all this other stuff. What I would prefer you to do is delay your court date, delay your move, work this out, and see if you can come up with a plan that both of you can be excited about.
Yes, I'd like for him to put his anger aside when he deals with me. That would be wonderful.
Okay, I didn't
for the
say
children.
get in therapy to fix him. Both of you, really. And I'm not trying to be ugly with either one of you. I'm just advocating for the children. You two are behaving in an emotional way, which is understandable.
Yeah, my children are being taken away from me. Prior to that, it's been okay. We were struggling. And then he comes into the picture, and now my kids are being taken away, and I'm not supposed to show anger?
The restraining order was because you were angry with me before I planned on leaving.
Then why didn't you put the restraining order? He asked you to marry him on the 21st. Oh, my God, on October 3rd, you got a restraining order.
He asked me to marry him when I was there in October.
No, you didn't. It's in the diary when he proposed to you.
Will you embrace what I'm talking about? We'll set it up. We'll make all the arrangements. We'll cover the cost. And it is totally voluntary. I'm not saying you have to do it for any period of time. You can quit if you want to quit. I'm just asking you if you will say, just to have belt and suspenders, I will do that to ensure that those children's interests are protected.
Please.
Yes, thank you.
Done deal?
Yes.
All right. When it comes to battling over where a child should live, who gets physical custody and what is really in their best interest, the gloves come off. The fight over the 12-year-old Dylan has really been a difficult thing. It has kept his grandmother Robin and his mother Jamie in and out of court for 10 years. Take a look.
I've been in a custody battle over my son Dylan for 10 years.
I have had custody of Dylan, my grandson, since he's 9 months old.
I don't believe that grandparents should be raising their own grandkids.
This is the battle of Dylan's life.
At the time of our divorce, I had a job and I was not able to financially have my son live with me at the time.
And the judge gave me Dylan.
Are you hungry, Dylan?
I've been raising Dylan. I've taught him how to eat with a spoon, potty trained him. I've been through sickness, health. Even though he's not my biological child, I feel like I am his mother.
You need to put your toys away, okay?
I have 2 other children. I've been married almost 10 years. I have a job. I go to church. I am a fit parent.
Come on, Dylan. Come on, Dylan. I'm Dylan's father. My ex-wife, I've lost all respect for her. She thinks that this is a game. This is not a game. This is a life.
Dylan's mother has been to 2 ice hockey games and 3 baseball games in 7 years.
I can't spend all my time with Dylan. He needs to know how to live with siblings.
My ex-wife is very jealous of my mother because she has done such a great job.
My biggest fear is that Dylan will have to go to live with his mother, and he will run away. The custody battle for Dylan has taken my husband's and my life savings and our retirement.
I've spent over tens of thousands of dollars.
Money we can make, but a child's happiness doesn't come easy.
I believe in my heart that Dylan belongs here.
Where does it end? Where's Dylan's justice?
DrPhil, the custody battle has been going too long. Dylan truly needs your help.
Okay. Difficult situation here. You have raised Dylan since 9 months old.
Yes.
Okay. And you've been trying to get him back since he was 4.
Yes.
And this is Ted. You're the father, right?
Yes. Now let's start off with she abandoned him when he was 9 months old.
No, I did not.
I was going to come to you in a minute, but since you're injecting yourself in this from the beginning, let me ask you, where you been? How come you don't have custody? How come you're not raising your son?
Actually,
how come your mother's doing it?
I live 5 miles away.
If she abandoned him at 9 months old and you're his biological father, why weren't you there to scoop him up in your arms and be the man that he needed his father to be?
I am in his life every day. I live 5 miles away. I see him 3 to 4 times a week. I have him every week.
He wants him staying with his mother because he lives 5 miles away and he can see him whenever he wants. I can't see him whenever I want.
That is your choice.
That is not my choice.
That is your choice.
You
haven't been up here.
I have several emails stating, oh, no, you can't pick him up at that time. He has hockey. He has baseball. What's more important, family?
Do you feel any gratitude at all to Robin for being there for your son during those years that you weren't?
I've always been there for my son. It wasn't a fact that I was not there.
How about at his surgery?
Excuse me, may I finish, please?
How about at his surgery?
May
you
I
were
finish,
there?
please?
You weren't there.
Okay, hold on. So she did step in at a critical time. Lie to me. Tell me you learned something. I mean, really, did it cause you to step back and think, you know, am I really doing this because it is in Dylan's best interest, or am I doing it because I can't stand the sight of this woman and her having my son is more than I can bear?
If I couldn't stand the sight of this woman, I wouldn't be sitting here now.
Dylan's mother has been neglectful.
When Dylan had his tonsils out and was in the hospital, she didn't come see him. She didn't even call him. What kind of mother does that?
I will do what I am able to do for any of my children.
When a custody battle turns ugly, the children often end up blaming themselves, as I said earlier. 12-year-old Dylan is caught in the middle between a grandmother who has raised him and a mother who is desperate to reclaim him. I'm not a lawyer. Don't mean to brag, but I'm not a lawyer. Sorry. Just kidding. But my understanding is when you do go to court soon, it is very likely that you are going to regain custody of your son. Are you prepared for that?
It will be very hard for him. That is why I have a support system set up, all ready to go.
What's the support system, and how much does it include?
I have a child psychologist ready to talk to him whenever he needs it. I have all the doctors set up. I have visitation set up no matter what.
Can I say one thing, please?
Oh, go ahead.
Last year, Dylan was supposed to stay 3 weeks, right? And he only stayed 2 weeks because I had to come down there and get him because he didn't want to stay with you. If he doesn't want to stay 3 weeks, why would he want to live with you?
But I still don't think that grandparents should be raising children when it's not necessary.
You put me there.
I did not put you there.
I
The
didn't
judge
ask for
put
it.
you there.
I didn't
The judge put you there.
The judge put me there.
Okay.
I didn't ask for it. And if you had been a mother
Can you
and
get your
not
finger
left,
out of my
and not
face,
left
please?
him,
Thank you.
what kind of a mother leaves her child? Tell me.
Let me interrupt you guys. If everybody is filled with bitterness and angst and resentment, then he's just going to get pulled back and forth like a rope in a tug-of-war. That is just not right and fair to him. It can be a win-win situation in that he can have 2 women who love and care about him and wants what's best for him. There's no way it's going to be made okay to you that after 12 years, somebody comes and loads his stuff up and takes him away.
No.
I don't ask you to say that's okay. I don't expect you to say that okay. I'm not even saying that there's any way to make that fair in your eyes. I understand as his biological mother, you're saying, I've been fighting for years to get my son back, and I want to raise my son. I want to be in his life and contribute to him. I don't fault you for wanting to do that. What I do fault you guys for is if you continue to be at each other, he picks up the tab for that. He is the one that will pay the price for the fact that you two are so angry that you can't get along.
I don't do that.
And there's
not in front of him. There is no, I have never called her a name. I have never said anything bad.
Children are very
about
perceptive.
her. Yes, I know they are, and he is very perceptive. But he knows things that he should not be privy to.
Look, don't be naive. Don't be naive. If you don't think this kid doesn't know the angst that's going on here,
oh, he knows.
Absolutely
well, he knows
does.
because they send him a cell phone, so she doesn't have to call my house and talk to me.
It's because he wanted
well,
it.
Do you want to be right, or
yes,
do you
I'm
want
sorry.
this boy to be happy?
Yes, he does get everything he wants. That's right.
It was my cell phone.
That's right.
It's my cell phone. He wanted it.
It's my house.
Listen, if you guys
For
think
him.
this is about cell phones, this is so not about cell phones. This is so not about cell phones.
I send it. No, it's about talking to each other. And she does not even want to speak to me. I have no problems. If we need to work something out, fine. We don't need to be friends. That would be great, but we don't need to be. But we need to talk to each other for Dylan, and we don't.
Have you asked Dylan what he wanted? Have you?
He's 12.
Have you asked him?
Yes, I have.
And what did he say? What did he say, Jamie? What did he say? Because you haven't.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
Excuse me.
I have to tell you something. I understand how emotionally charged this is for everybody. I am asking you, I am begging you, I am pleading with you to put your own agenda aside and put this young man's best interest at heart. There's got to be consistency in this boy's life. He's got to know that he can't divide and conquer and play one end against the middle. You can't be using him as a pawn and sabotaging his relationships with each other. There are so many things that need to be worked out here. If you will do that, I will arrange that for you because I don't want Dylan to pay for your anger and bitterness. If I arrange that, will you do it?
Yes.
Will you do it? You will? Because I'll help you. I really will with this. Will you participate in that?
Yes, I said yes, I would.
Ted, will you participate in that?
As long as I don't have to be with her. I mean,
okay, you two participate in that. Well, you do have to be with her because she is the biological mother of your son.
If she was, wouldn't she, when he's there?
It's not if she was. Do you think they mixed them up? She's his mother.
Hey, just because a woman can spread her legs does not make her a mother.
Well,
okay,
so you won't participate.
I will for Dylan, but as long as I don't have to be with her.
You do have to be with her if you're going to participate. If you don't, then you won't be. So will you or will you not? That's a yes or no answer. Or you can tell me you don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. Bridget Marks caught national attention when she was ordered by the court to hand over the custody of her 4-year-old twin girls to their father. The judge determined that Bridget had coached the girls to falsely accuse their father of molestation. Take a look at the emotional handover that happened in front of the news cameras.
It was raw emotion of tears and screaming, a mother having to turn over her twin 4-year-old daughters to the children's out-of-town father, millionaire casino tycoon John Aylesworth. In New York family court, if a parent wrongly badmouths the other by alleging sexual abuse, the children go to the other side.
My daughter did not lie, sir. I saw him French kissing my little granddaughters.
I don't know where they are. If they cry for me, I don't know. I have to choose between seeing my children or having the money to pay for an appeal. I'm devastated. Devastated.
Tough day when that happened.
It's been a tough couple of years. Yes, absolutely.
How long ago did you have to surrender the children?
June 1.
June 1. Now, you had these children as a product of an affair that you had with their father, correct?
Yes, that's true.
He was married?
He was married, although I didn't know that when I first met him.
Okay, but you found out about it and you continued to stay involved with him, and you only broke it off when you found out he wasn't going to leave his wife?
No, I had tried to break it off many times, and he threatened me and threatened to sue me and take the girls away, which is what he eventually did.
Now, you say that he advocated an abortion when he found out that you were pregnant, correct?
Yes, he and his wife admitted on the record, on the trial record, that they called me and urged me to have a late-term abortion.
Okay. And I don't know the facts of this case other than what I've been told by you and what I've read from the court documents and from the newspaper. When the children were born, he came to the hospital but refused to sign the birth certificate, correct?
He refused to sign what's called an acknowledgement of paternity,
Right.
Thereby abdicating any legal responsibility to the children.
And even after that, you continued to be romantically involved with him, correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And then ultimately, this controversy came up, and he and his current wife now have custody of the twins, correct?
Yes. At first I did take him back, but what happened was over a period of time, I discovered that he was reckless and inappropriate with the children, and every time I sought to break the relationship off, he would threaten me with taking the children away.
And ultimately, he did that. He's a
Yes.
wealthy individual?
Very. I am a fit mother whose children came home with stories. I took them to professionals to investigate whether or not what they said was true. I was given an affidavit by an MD child psychiatrist from Columbia University saying that my daughters had been inappropriately touched, or that she thought that there was about a 60 to 70% chance that they had been touched.
Then a court-appointed psychiatrist did an evaluation and determined that you had coached the children.
He did not examine the children after the second allegation. So he basically, without even examining the children or asking them any questions, determined that it was false. In fact, his words in court were, there was no chance in hell that this couldn't have happened. As far as I'm concerned, the only people who really know what happened are John, God, and the children.
Talking with Bridget Marks, who recently was ordered by the court to hand over her 4-year-old twin girls to the girls' biological father. Now, we contacted John Aylesworth, the father of the girls, for comment, and we have yet to receive a response, so we don't have his side. Now, you're continuing the fight, right?
Oh, I'll never stop the fight.
You'll never stop the fight.
I will fight until my last breath.
And it's costing you how much money to see your children every time?
At least $700 a day. It's $5,000 for the week.
Yeah. And that's because the court has said that that has to be monitored so you don't coach the children to say something else, right? So it has to be supervised.
Yes.
Visitation with
24
monitors
hours a
in
day.
the rooms.
Baby monitors all over to make sure that even as the children sleep that I don't coach and brainwash them or play any records backwards, with satanic verses on them or something.
You had reason to believe, and your mother says she witnessed inappropriate conduct on the part of the father.
And a babysitter.
And a babysitter.
No, 2 babysitters. And the camp called and said that my daughter Amber would refuse to put her father on the family tree because she said something like he was mean and he touched her pee-pee.
Okay, and you saw him do some inappropriate things when they were much younger, right?
Yes.
Tell me
I did.
about that.
Oh, boy. Well, when they were very, very small, I became very frightened because he would shake the children upside down, throw them up toward the ceiling. He would hold them both by their legs and swing them like pendulums until their heads would almost bang together. He made rude sexual comments about the children's genitalia, and when the children were potty training, he said he was glad that they were potty trained because their little asses would look a hell of a lot better without those droopy diapers on them. And that's a direct quote.
Okay. Now, tell us about Dean Tong.
Dean has been a godsend, and he is so knowledgeable.
Now, there are a lot of mothers out there that deal with these things, so I'm going to put y'all's information on our website so they can find you guys to know what's going on. Now, how are you paying for all this? You've written a book, right? But it's not about this.
It's called September. I didn't write it to pay for it. Actually, I wrote it as an outlet for all of my pain and stress and frustration. And what I ended up with was a romantic thriller about a New York society woman who loses her son in 9/11 and travels the world to avenge her son's death.
Some people that I've talked to have said that there might be some autobiographical twinges to this.
The protagonist, Marielle, the heroine of the book, fights against incredible odds to protect her children. And, the novel explores the themes of love, loss, deception, and eventually redemption.
So you want to continue this fight to get your children back?
Oh, I will fight anywhere I have to go to get my girls back.
As long as necessary?
And I know they want to be with me. They have told innumerable people that they want to be with me. They tell all the nannies in the park that they want to be with me and they want to be back with their mom. It's the saddest moment of time of my life.
Well, and I understand that you have lawyers.
I have a very good team, but unfortunately the Manhattan family court system is broken and needs tremendous reform.
Well, how about the DrPhil show keep a real bright light over this so everybody can see what they're doing? Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.